Only 2 hours before Bitcoin started dumping, the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, released this tweet where he said, "Last week, we heard rumors that the US Treasury and Secretary Mnuchin were planning to rush out some new regulation regarding self-hosted crypto wallets before the end of his term." On the chart here, I marked up the area where Brian Armstrong released the tweet, right? At 6:40 p.m. on November 25th, he released the tweet, and then we dropped, 13.5, 14% directly after he released that tweet. That information probably did act as a catalyst for a pullback, although many people were already expecting a pullback, and seeing a pullback from 19.5K, basically the all-time high, is really not that surprising, right? This pullback could have happened anyway without news. And now looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart, for those of you that have been watching this channel, we were discussing many times, actually since Bitcoin started breaking above 14K, breaking above 16K, on this channel, what I started to say was, the price is getting a little bit too high. I'm not going to be buying Bitcoin at these prices. I want to wait for some kind of volatility, a major pullback, before I start getting into the market. Let's play some clips. I think the price could very well run up to those levels during this run, but I think at some point we're going to lose steam. People are going to be less willing to buy Bitcoin as we're headed to the all-time high for the time being. And we're probably going to break this parabolic trend at some point in the not so distant future. This is what I think is most likely right now. It's possible that we could see some kind of pullback all the way back down towards this blue 21-week EMA, just like before. It is possible that we see some crazy volatility before actually breaking out. So as you guys see, this is exactly what we were talking about. Now, I wasn't sure if we were going to get a pullback or not, but I knew that buying Bitcoin above 18K, 19K was a very risky move, so I didn't buy Bitcoin. And as you guys saw in that video, what I am actually targeting right now is around the 14K level if we get there. I would love to buy some Bitcoin around 14K. I think it would be the optimal buy zone right now. As you can see, we did break down out of this upward sloping parabolic channel, and we are starting to see some downside here. We had the first major impulse out of this channel, and I do think that this correction probably is just getting started. We may get 1 or 2 more waves to the downside. And if I mark up that 14K peak or that 13.8K peak from 2019, this is around the area that I'm looking to accumulate more Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and pull up the 21-week EMA. The 21-week EMA is a very key moving average that pretty much most bulls are looking to buy along, right? Most people in this market that want to buy Bitcoin right now are going to be looking to buy along the 21-week EMA, and that is what you're seeing on the screen right now. Looking at the weekly chart for Bitcoin, we're just starting to get our first impulse down out of this channel. Now, we do have the 21-week EMA coming up below us here. The 21-week EMA is one of the most key moving averages that Bitcoin uses during major trends. If we go back to the last bull market before we broke the all-time high, many of you guys may have seen this already. After we touched the all-time high level, we rejected back down 35% to retest the 21-week EMA and the upward sloping trend line before actually getting a major breakout. And right now, Bitcoin is in a similar position to potentially do something within the same direction. The way that I see this is that we just had our first impulse down. We just had our first move to the downside, and it's likely that we would see maybe at least 1 to 2 more waves to the downside before getting the needed support to recover. And if we do get 1 to 2 more waves down, that 14K level is going to be the optimal buy zone coming in along the 21-week EMA. I do think that that is going to be the most optimal, the best area to be buying Bitcoin before the next major bull market. So in my opinion, as we come below 16K, it becomes a good buy zone. The closer we get to 14K, the better the buy is. And I think the bulls are going to be looking to defend the 21-week EMA on the next major pullback. So this is the target that we've been discussing for the past few weeks here. And this is why I was saying I'm very likely not going to be buying Bitcoin at 17, 18, 19K. I'm going to be waiting for a pullback to reaccumulate lower. So, this is not guaranteed to play out, but it's becoming increasingly more likely in my opinion. The weekly RSI does show that we are still in overbought territory. So the weekly RSI does suggest that we may have some room to move down before getting the needed support to continue up and then break the all-time high, maybe in the first few months of 2021. If Bitcoin was going to repeat the exact same cycle as last time, we would be breaking the all-time high around March to May of 2021. And, this would line up perfectly with that time frame. Also, looking at the stock market, both the S&P 500 and Bitcoin are fighting for that all-time high level together at the exact same time to get a new all-time high price. Of course, Bitcoin did see some downside. The US dollar index is losing this support level here. We're coming up on that last area of support just below 92 for the DXY. And if we lose that support level, that could allow some support to come into the Bitcoin market. Now, usually when the US dollar index is trending down like this, it is very bullish for Bitcoin, which it has been. But we did see negative news from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. So, right now we are seeing the result of that. That was the catalyst for this dump, in my opinion, other than, of course, just finding natural resistance at the all-time high. Though if the US dollar index does break below this support level, then Bitcoin may have a shot at getting support sooner rather than later. If the US dollar index finds support here and bounces up, then Bitcoin may very well come back to that 14K level sooner rather than later, but we will see. Long term, guys, long term, I'm very, very, very bullish on Bitcoin, and I do think that this bull market is just getting started. And this pullback may very well be the last major dip buy opportunity before a 1 year long bull market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Definitely sign up with the Cryptowatch platform, which is the platform you see me use in all of my videos. And if you want to support this channel, join Patreon. All the links are below, guys. Signing up with Cryptowatch is totally free and you can chart and trade. There's a tutorial popping up right now on the screen. And I'll see you guys in the next video.